What's up, guys? George back again to do another magazine haul for December 2017. Didn't do one in November. There just wasn't a ton out because a lot of the magazines I read are bi-monthly. So they only come out every couple months, but I only got a handful last month, which I'll show in this one, and I got a few new ones over this past holiday week. First up, the latest issue of Mad Magazine. I get this in the mail. I've been getting this in the mail for, I don't know, 25 years. So there's the 20 dumbest of 2017. Always like this issue every year. I think it's pretty funny. Of course, Trump's on the cover again. Why wouldn't he be? Some interesting stuff in here. Pretty fun magazine. Bill O'Reilly, and they go through the top 20 dumbest things. White hate American summer. Tweeties while he's taking a shit on the phone. That's his probably normal sitting spot. On the pop. Clash of the Clowns. Sounds about right. Just all kinds of stuff in here. Pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. If you can't laugh at the current administration, then there's something wrong with you. It's got to get better at some point, right? The tyrant of the Caribbean. I know, liberal, left-leaning Mad Magazine for you. Can't make fun of them. Can't make fun of our president. Alright, anyway, next up, issue 12 of The Creeps. Fantastic new issue. I would imagine issue 13 is probably going to be out in 3 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. This one was hard to find for some reason. My local Barnes & Noble only got one copy in. Unless somebody raided the other copies, I don't know, but I have to keep an eye on this for sure, because if they're getting less, I'm thinking they just ordered less of them, or were sent less, so I'm thinking I got to jump on these. Either that or get a subscription at some point, but killer new issue number 12 already. You know, basically a lot of the artists and writers from the old Creepy magazine days. There's quite a few of them now, I think 4 or 5 now. Cool Frankenstein Castle story in here. Great artwork. I love this magazine. If you've watched my channel, you know I'm a fan of the old Creepy and Eerie. The early run of the Eerie magazines, probably the first 25, 30 issues of Eerie. But most of the Creepy magazines. If anybody out there that sees this has a load of Creepy or Eerie, early Eerie magazines you want to unload, let me know. Just leave me a comment below. Next up is the newest issue in the States anyway. I'm sure there's probably newer issues overseas of Scream magazine. Now a 100-page magazine. This is the, if you're familiar with Horror Hound in the States, here, which is my favorite U.S. horror magazine. This is probably my favorite UK horror magazine at this point. Fantastic articles in here. A lot of stuff I never heard of, like a lot of European, UK indie magazine, or yeah, indie horror movies, which is cool. I found a lot of stuff in here. But this is their first 100 page, or I guess they're going to 100 pages now, which I find that's awesome, since it is every 2 months. But so this was a good read. I'm like halfway through this. I've read quite a bit in here actually already. So if you haven't watched Better Watch Out, it's a newer movie over the last month. Stars the two, if you've seen The Visit, M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit. It stars the 2 kids that were in that movie. They're in this movie together. And it's pretty good. It's a pretty fun movie. It's a home invasion type thing, but with a twist. But definitely check out Scream. This should be still on newsstands. Next up, the latest issue of Horror Hound, the Saw issue. Basically covers the new Jigsaw film, and it has a whole Saw retrospect in it, which is killer. I'm a big fan of the Saw movies. I like the first one. I like the third one a lot. Second one was good. And then after that, it just all leads up to the final film. But haven't seen Jigsaw yet, but I heard mixed reviews. I heard it was pretty decent. So I'm looking forward to seeing that on Blu-ray at some point. Pretty cool thing on the state of the industry in here. There's the, is that the Happy Death Day killer, I guess, I think. Yeah, it's gotta be. Next issue looks like it's going to be a Beetlejuice issue, so issue 69 should be out probably 2-3 weeks from this video, from the day this video is uploaded. So if you're looking for that Beetlejuice issue, I guess it'll be out like mid-January. So there's that. Killer magazine. Picked up the latest issue of Rue Morgue. This is now in their 20th year, which I can't believe it's been that long. Started in 97. I kind of remember getting the first few issues of this. I think maybe not issue 1, but I think I started with maybe issue 5 and still have every one of them. Every one that I picked up. There's been some over the years that just didn't hit me at the time. I didn't pick them up. But this one's Day of the Woman, the taboo horror in the post-Weinstein era. Has a year's best and worst of 2017 and a 2018 update of what's coming. Some pretty cool, interesting reviews in here as well. There's actually a lot of reviews in here this month. This one looks awesome. Mom and Dad, starring Nicolas Cage. If you haven't seen the trailer on YouTube yet, go check it out. It looks like it's going to be so much fun. And Nicolas Cage acts like totally insane in it. I can't wait to see it. I don't know when it's coming out, but I can't wait to see it. Next up is the latest issue of Scary Monsters, issue 107. This is the Amazing Colossal Monsters issue. So it covers a lot of giant monsters. The one thing I did see in here, I just got this yesterday. It has all the killer, if you're into the 50s and 60s giant monster films, I would definitely check this out. I can't wait to read that or that article. I thought I saw something. Was it this one? Maybe not. But anyway, yeah, there's issue 107. And the new editor, you know, the guy that took over after issue 100 is really doing a great job with these, I think. Started off, I thought they started off the first issue 101 and 102 were just okay. But now it's really getting good. There's art, they have a store in the back. You can order all these old monster books and magazines. So if you're into 50s and 60s horror, definitely check out Scary Monsters. Really killer. Now onto the music stuff. I got a subscription to this. I got issue 101 of Razor Cake. This seems like an old one though. Is this not? This might not be my newest one. I have my newest one somewhere. I thought this was it, but I don't think it is now. Anyway. Razor Cake 101. It's got to be the new one. For some reason, I'm thinking it was 103 was the new one, but I can't remember now. Usually could tell by the reviews and no, this is the new one. This is the newest one. I got this in the mail. I haven't read through this yet. I just got this last week or the week before, but with the holidays, I haven't been able to sit and read it yet. Cool punk magazine. Next up, the latest 2 issues of Power Play. These are the only, I think, monthly ones I get other than Classic Rock. But so last month was The Darkness. I don't think I showed this last month. I might have, or last video I might have, but I don't think I did. But like Power Play has a ton of independent reviews in it, some killer, really killer articles in it on bands you just don't hear about anymore, and new up and coming bands. And then so that's the October issue, and this is the November issue. Blaze Bayley on it. This one just came out, I think, 2 weeks ago. This has got some cool stuff. So it's a couple months behind here in the States. So like the next issue that'll be out in January will be December's issue. But so there's the two newest issues of Power Play. Really killer melodic hard rock AOR magazine, monthly magazine. You can find these at Barnes and Noble. Next up, the newest issue of Classic Rock with a Tom Petty tribute in it. There was 2 different covers of this, and unfortunately, the U.S. cover, well, not really unfortunately, but unfortunately for me, the U.K. cover is a Bon Scott cover, and then the U.S. gets the Tom Petty one, but it's fine. Nice Bon Scott article in here about the night, actually the book that was written, which I did a review of the book. Some really killer pictures in here of Bon. Some I've never seen before, like that one. I don't think I've ever seen that picture before. If I did, it was from a book somewhere, and I just forgot. But and this one here, it's a cool shot. But Classic Rock, I mean, it's pretty, you know, if you're into the 70s up through now, this is the latest one on stands. Pretty killer issue. Always, as always, came with a CD sampler, like they always do. But new Classic Rock, pretty killer. Issue 4, I think. Yeah, issue 4 of Planet Rock. Metallica issue. Well, Metallica cover, I should say. There's everything that's in it. I really like this magazine a lot. I think this is a fantastic magazine. Tons of reviews in it. Some great articles in it. I mean, when's the last time you saw a Warrior Soul article in a magazine? And a pretty lengthy one at that. Just pretty killer. Then it has like the article on the 80s Metallica. But really killer magazine. There's Keith Moon and Alice Cooper. And like I said, a lot of these you can get on, I mean, at Barnes and Noble. So that's the latest issue of Planet Rock. Really killer mag. And lastly, the latest issue of Viva La Rock with Susie and the Banshees on the cover. Also has an article on Flamin' Groovies. Who else? The Professionals, Steve Marriott, Husker Du, T-Rex, Modern Lovers, Ecstasy. So if you're into like power pop, new wave, and punk, this is a great magazine. There's the Professionals ad on the back. Fantastic album, by the way, if you haven't seen my review of that record on my channel. Again, tons of articles, tons of reviews. Really killer UK magazine. This comes out, I think this is every 2 months as well. Or this might be 8 times a year now. I thought they bumped it up. Let's see. Usually they have it right up front, published. Doesn't say. Used to say it. I want to say it's 8 times a year. Maybe 10. I forget. I know it used to be twice, every 2 months, but now it's either 8 times a year or 10 times a year that this comes out, which is fantastic. Same publisher that does the metal. It's like the metal companion to this, Iron Fist magazine. Same publisher. But Iron Fist, it seems like it only comes out 4 times a year, if that. So definitely check out Viva La Rock. Really killer magazine. Anyway, that is it. Hopefully there'll be more updates, magazine updates in January. If not, then it'll be every couple months because, like I said, a lot of the stuff that I read and get is every 2 months. If that. Some of them are 4 times a year, but that is it. Got some snow this morning. Some real fluffy shit. A couple inches of that. That's why it's so bright behind me. Other than that, I'm going to chill out for the rest of the year, which is only another day. And then I will be back on Monday with a new review. A cool new Black Sabbath title. And after that, hopefully another LP review, some movie reviews, until the new albums start popping in. I would guess by the end of January we're going to start seeing some new titles by artists out there. So this time of year is always slow because of the holiday. It doesn't seem like anybody puts out quality material or new material in January, so there might not be too many reviews up in the month of January, but I'll find something to do anyway. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Until if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, share it around with your friends. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching, and until my next magazine update in a couple months, I'll see you. Unless you watch all the time, I appreciate it as usual, and we'll see y'all real soon. Peace and Happy New Year.